Why did it disappear? Why? Okay, you know, there's days when this camera has issues, and there's days when it works perfectly fine. Stupid. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Money Moves. I'm your host, Jackson Klein, and this is part 2 of my Twitch series on how to make your own overlay. Now today, I'm going to be switching it up a little bit and changing the overall theme, just so you guys have a little bit of variety. This is transferable to any part of the overlay, so you could put it on intermissions, you could put it on starting soon, panel, banner, whatever you guys want. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is actually what we're going to be making. Today we're doing some panels. So on Twitch you have, under your profile, you'll have, if you hit about, then all these panels show up. You know, you can click on them, you know, they'll send you to different links, all that jazz. So we're going to be making an About Me panel. If you want, you can switch them up. This is more of a minimalistic type deal, more like, not techno, it's more of like techie minimalistic. So, okay, to start, we're just going to open up a new file, new, alright, and then we're going to do, not 400 by 2, no. We're going to do 400 by 200 pixels, and you're just going to change it, and you can name it, let's just say MM for Money Moves, and then let's say Discord in this case. Change the resolution to 300, and orientation horizontal, and we're all set. Okay, to start, we're going to add a new layer. The background, we're just going to double click it to unlock. Rename this to BG for background. Okay, then you're going to go over to your new layer, and then you're going to select the path tool. The shortcut for that is also P, or the pen tool, sorry. Up here, it'll probably say path, but you're just going to change that to shape. You're going to turn off, actually, you know what, you can turn on fill. Actually, you know what? Don't turn on fill yet, just yet. You're going to hit stroke and you're going to choose color. In this case, I'm going to do, let's pick some colors. Let's do, if you go to color libraries, you get all these different ones. So these are all different textures or just ways that you want them to look. So let's say you want a metallic. You can do Patone Premium Metallics Coated. And you just start scrolling through. But I think I'm just going to do one of these basic ones. Let's do this color. Okay, I already accidentally added a path. But we're going to go onto the new layer that we made. You're just going to zoom in by holding Control and Alt, and then using your scroll wheel to zoom in. Okay, now once you have your pen tool, you're just going to make this custom shape. So you're going to, actually, to start, we're going to hit View, just so we do this more symmetrical. You're going to hit Grid. Okay, now we have Grid. Okay, why does it look like that? That is weird. Okay, we're just going to turn off Grid and eyeball it. Okay, so we're going to re-add that new layer because I just accidentally deleted it. You're just going to click, and then once you click to a new point, that'll create the path that you want. Now I'm just going to make a custom shape. So if you look at this panel, I made this kind of weirder shape and I just duplicated and flipped it around. So we're going to do the same thing here. Okay, and let's say I'm going to go horizontal, maybe a diagonal, over, and then up here. Okay, gotta make sure it's, and then just over, just like that. It helps to make straight lines if you just hold shift and you click on a point. The line will be much straighter, and then you're just going to come back with that line. So you're going to come down here, connect at the next point. Let's say you want to, we'll just go to this next one. And just at every point, you just want to keep coming down and connect, just like that. Now, you're going to hit fill, and you're going to fill it with the current color that you have chosen. So right now we have our border, well, the top border. It doesn't fill the whole thing. So to fix that, we're going to hit Control T, hold down the Shift key if you're in Adobe Photoshop 2020, and just drag it all the way to the side until it connects. Just like that, and then you're going to move it all the way up. And we have all that white space, but we'll take care of that later. So we're going to actually rename the shape, and we're going to name it Blue, or Top Border. Okay, and we're just going to duplicate again by hitting Control J. You're going to bring this down, you're going to hit Control T for a transform, right click, and hit Flip Vertical. And then you're going to do flip horizontal, Oh wait, sorry. No, you don't want to flip vertical. You're going to just flip horizontal. I'm done. Okay. You're going to scroll down and just put it about right there. Now, you know what? Yeah, flip it vertical. I was wrong. Sorry. Okay, so flip it vertical, check mark, and pull this layer back up. Now we have a basic design going. So the background, this got messed up again. I'm just going to BG, retype that in. You guys probably won't have to do that. Next, I'm just going to take the eraser on the background and just take out everything, all the white background that we have right here. So the only white that should be in this entire frame is just inside the box. You don't have to get the stuff behind the blue. That is optional. Okay, now we're going to take the top border copy is what it's going to be called. We're just going to name it bottom border. Okay, and we're just going to change that. So you're going to hit the pen tool again. You're going to change the stroke. So let's do the pink color that I had originally. And for the fill, we're going to do the pink color again. Okay, now that we have this, now you want to import, let's say, your About Me. So we're going to take an About icon. So you can just look these up on Google. You can make your own, whatever you guys want. Just make sure the background on it is transparent. And we're just going to drag this over, plop that down right there, scroll out because it's way too big, downsize it, and bring it back in. Then we're going to select a good size. So I'd say about there is a good size. I'm going to center it. Just like that, we have almost done with the About Me panel. Now, we're going to need to add text. But first, let's rename the About Me. Just name it Icon. Okay. And we're going to add a new layer. Then you're going to hit T for the text tool. I'm going to be using the font. It's called Minimal. You know, it's all up to you guys on what you want to use, but I'm going to be using this font called Minimal. Alright, so I'm just going to type in About Me, or if you want, of course, you can do it in all caps. Okay, just like that. Now it's too big, and what we don't want to do is we don't want to use Control-T and transform it, or else it'll get more blurry. So we're just going to change the font size by itself. Let's go 12, let's try 14. I like 14 a lot better. Okay. Once again, this is all preference. You guys are free to do whatever you want. You don't always have to follow what I say. Now, the font to me looks a little thin. So, we are just going to, at the bottom, you can hit FX. And then you see stroke. And what that does, it's going to create an outline over your text. Now, that's way too big. So, here, I'm actually going to just use the scroll wheel. You can have the option to move the slide around, and you'll see that it kind of fills it in a little bit more. I just like to use the scroll wheel here just because it's easier to control each pixel, and let's say 2 is good. You don't, the letters aren't really like touching into each other, but 2 should be good. We're gonna okay, and that's about it. There's your minimalistic About Me panel. Pretty simple. Now let's say you want to keep your icons in the same theme. So let's say you have a YouTube channel. This is the YouTube channel, not really a big deal. You're just going to hit W for a quick select tool. If you right click it, you have the quick selections. You got Magic Wand. We're going to be using Magic Wand. Okay, so we're just going to click the red YouTube icon and press G. That'll bring us to the fill bucket. Just make sure it's on paint bucket, not gradient. And then down here will be the color that it will be using to fill. So we're going to actually switch this to black, just like the About Me. And we're just going to fill it in. We're going to go back to the selection tool by hitting V. Or you can click on it in the top left corner. You can hit Control D to deselect. And let's go back to our panel. So we're going to delete this right here. And then you can keep the About Me for now. And we're going to move the, oh, where is it? We're going to move the YouTube logo, which is ginormous. And scroll out. And downsize this. Scroll back in. Go. And just like that, you have your YouTube logo, and we're just going to change this. Oh boy. Okay. YouTube. Just like that. That's all you guys got to do. Swap out the icon, change the text. Alright, and when you want to save these, just so they're transparent on Twitch, go into File, Export, Save for Web. in parentheses legacy, or if you want, you can hit Alt-Shift-Control-S. So if I do that here, Alt-Shift-Control-S. Okay, I did something wrong. There we go. This looks a little funky, but it's just because it's kind of screwed up. So if I like zoom in and then zoom back out, it kind of fixes itself. Don't worry. But the preset, you're going to want to leave this at PNG24. Okay, you're going to hit save. You're going to save this in there as whatever you want. So you could say, I have a ton, so I'm just going to be about the panel. As you can see, I already have a file with that name. Actually, this one is actually a YouTube panel now. So YouTube panel version 2, right? You're going to hit save. So if we go to my Twitch channel, we're on the Money Moves channel, we go to About, you'll see I have all these panels. The background on these is actually transparent, so there's actually not a color here. So what you're seeing is the original Twitch color. If I were to go to Edit Panel and go to my About Me, click, and then we will go to my folder and my pre-made About Me panel, and you're just going to scale this out so it shows the rest of the panel. And you see the background on it is actually gone. So the areas that we erased that were white is now going to be replaced by the Twitch color. So we're going to hit done, hit submit, go back, and should load in just like that. So there's no more white on the outside. It is all ready to go for your Twitch stream. Thank you for watching today's episode of How to Make Your Own Twitch Overlays Part 2. I hope you guys learned something today. As always, follow me on my social medias down below. I'll see you guys next time.